about Bernanke today, obviously. Do you think, have markets overplayed the whole issue of the Fed tapering QE? And if so, are we just going to continue higher?
In answer to your first question, Jamie, good morning, by the way. Yes, I think markets have overplayed the prospects of tapering. You've got to put the context in line with when the Fed meeting occurred. The Fed meeting occurred before the last payrolls data. So the Fed did not have sight of that data, and they were working on the premise that the previous month's number was 88,000. That was subsequently revised an awful lot higher. Since then, we've still had very patchy economic data. Now, there has been an awful lot of talk about tapering, but it's been predominantly by non-voting members of the FOMC. So I certainly think that market expectations are probably way overplayed. Will they taper at some point? It's a significant possibility, and it's something that Mr. Dudley articulated late last night. He basically reinforced the message that the Fed could go either way, depending on the economic data. So yes, we can continue to go higher, most definitely. Monetary policy is likely to remain fairly loose for some time to come, not only in the US, but also in Japan. And I think as such, we could see the dollar come off quite considerably on disappointment.
Okay, it's not just in the US. We've got central bank info coming out today. We've got the last MPC minutes from the Bank of England as well, plus a batch of economic data from Britain. Is the UK economy recovering? And if so, what does that mean for the Bank of England?
I think it's slowly showing flickers of life. I think it's very important not to overplay the fact that it's recovering. It's recovering very slowly. There's still an awful lot of deleveraging to take place. Inflation coming down yesterday was a fairly positive sign. But I think also the prospects for further stimulus with respect to the UK are again overplayed, as opposed to being underplayed within the US. So I think there is a possibility we could actually see a shift maybe in sentiment with respect to those minutes. Given the positive GDP numbers, we could see a revision higher.